Hello and welcome to another edition of Stockwatch. So as we enter the trading week, the first Stockwatch of the trading week, we're seeing that Amazon are looking or eyeing a potential buyout for the struggling home equipment company Peloton after their shares have dived for most of 2022 and actually the back end of 2021 as well. If you remember Peloton, they were very buoyant when the lockdowns really started beginning after a lot of people were snapping up their home fitness equipment. However, since there are, lockdowns have been reversed and more gyms are opening, then naturally sales and demand for the products have actually gone down quite significantly. And Amazon, amongst a few other interested parties, are looking to jump on these opportunities. But shares of Peloton actually surged over 30% during extended trading on the news. So when the market's still open, we'll look for any opportunities on that as well. But as I said, Peloton during its height of the pandemic, shares have plunged over 80%, which is very significant for the company. So looking for a buyout at this particular time wouldn't be too bad, especially. But in November, the company hinted that demand for exercise bikes and treadmills and things like this was slower fast than expected, and its market cap has shrunk about $8 billion when it was at a peak of $52 billion in 2020. So we'll look at the chart shortly, but you just have to think what is going on and what will happen in terms of a buyout. So very big news for Peloton. And as you can see here, during the height of the pandemic, we saw this accentuation on a market cap over $50 billion. But as you can see here, we had another upswing during the middle of 2021 where more lockdowns ensued. However, since then, it's just been a straight decline to the downside. And, if I pull this back a little bit, we're looking at probably record lows coming into it as, not record lows, but very big lows from the start of the pandemic. So before that, we didn't really see any prices lower than that for quite a few years. So with that being said, with this stock jump of 30%, which will probably put us roughly in or amongst the engulfment of the Ichimoku cloud, this will be very significant, because if we can jump above the Ichimoku cloud and stay that way, then prices should start pushing higher. But just keep an eye out, because every big jump in the market, like the acquisition of Activision Blizzard a couple of weeks ago, Activision Blizzard is now on the downturn. It's dropped actually at over 12% since that time. Excuse me. So just look at the 4-hour chart as well. As you can see, not too much to report on the the downturn. The only thing you can say is, like the daily chart, there was a slight divergence on prices here on the RSI, so that's just something to take a note of. But what's really going to drive the stock in the next few days is the fact of these acquisitions, as I say, not from Amazon only, but for other parties as well. And if we just take a quick look on Amazon as well, we took a look not so long ago on Amazon, because it's a stock that just keeps on giving at the moment. As you can see here, very buoyant in the last few trading sessions after its recent drop. And we're obviously reversing that gap completely. I'll just zoom in for a bit more clarity. So we've reversed that gap pretty much completely here, and now we are trading to the upside once again. Now, from the last time we had these two double tops here, these two peaks, this is where I'll be seeing the stock moving to if we can punch through this Ichimoku cloud. The cloud is quite thin, which signifies that it won't take too much for a move past the cloud. However, if the cloud does get a little bit more fat on both sides, up and sideways, then we'll see possibly a bit of a struggle for Amazon prices to start moving higher. Not too much in the way of divergences at the moment for the stock, but you never know, with more news coming out of Amazon as well. Earnings season has been and gone for the company. So the main drivers now will be if it's going to have another good move to the upside as well. So with that being said, on the 4-hour chart, we're looking again at another possible break at the lower border of the cloud. It's very thin, like I said, on the daily chart. So just keep an eye, just if it's going to start moving higher, if we get any resistance roughly at this area here, and then we'll see what the consequences are and the opportunities for the stock going forward. So just keep a look at the headlines, because the headlines are really driving the stocks at the moment. So that's all from the Stockwatch today. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, and we will speak again tomorrow. Bye for now.